and some community service hours of people that need to serve community service and help. But I'm just open to ideas and suggestions, and I'll let Charles talk now.
Thank you again. What we were really looking at doing, and some of those empty lots that have a lot of overgrowth in them, we have a family member that has a tree company that was willing to donate a weekend to me to go in and clean them out. And then we also brought wildflowers that are native to Missouri to plant in these. They're about 3 foot high, but once you plant them, they'll come back every year. And it takes away all the grass that they were talking about. So just trying to go through and clean up all the lots. And we were going to ask permission of a date, time frame. We were kind of looking in March 18th, I believe,
Right.
through the 25th.
Well, we hadn't set a date, and we hadn't really set a perimeter either, because, you know, it's hard to come and say, we already made a decision, so can you get on board? It's more so, is there anything that we can do together to maybe come up with a date that's a collective date that works? It's just not one date. It usually takes about a week or two. And I talked to John Wheeler earlier, and we'd even talked to Matt Jackson, who mentioned that there might be some community service hours that could be used. And we hadn't set a perimeter. We live across from Willoughby Park, which is in Ward 1, but there may be other areas where other wards may want to do something. Maybe we do it in phases. Maybe there's Ward 1 is phase 1, and then we do, you know, Ward 2 is phase 2, just wherever the biggest need is. So, and we do understand that it's not just about picking up trash, that there is a need to tear out some of the dilapidated debris. Like, some people have started tearing down the houses but ran out of resources. So we had a plan to get some of the commercial sized dumpsters and get groups of people to help us put those, you know, pick up the rest of that debris, because it's a hazard, and it also attracts rodents, and it pools water for mosquitoes. And so we did actually talk to the Missouri Department of Conservation also to get some ideas and suggestions from them. So, did you have any other comments?
Other than that, we have some buildings like on Vanderbilt, Baldwin, that really just need to be torn down. So we were going to take the initiative to tear those down. Some that we have purchased that we know that are going to get torn down. So just kind of coming to and saying that this is kind of our initiative thoughts and plans, and whatever feedback we can get or resources to go along with it. So it's just professionally done moving forward.
And we were willing to lend, my dad used to have a store there, C&J Store Property, right there across from Willoughby Park. So we were willing to let our store be a place for people to get water, drinks, use the bathroom, restock for food, anything while the cleaning initiative was going on. And again, we have not set a date, but we were hoping to do some type of spring cleaning, and that's why we're here today.
So Mr. J.W. was your dad?
Yes.
I was fixing to ask the same question.
Yeah.
For their, you know, all of us, if they said that you purchased a couple of lots, but you're willing to clean up some of the others.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If, is the city liable if we work with them in conjunction, if we're going on to other property, and just get people?
Well, you can't just go on the.
We've actually asked
property.
permission.
I mean, with their
Unless you.
We're putting together a map and photos the way that it looks today and putting that address on it. So maybe at the next meeting, or, you know, here in the near week or two, that we'll be able to give you kind of a binder of what we're seeing as far as the mapped area that we've kind of mapped out.
And
fanned
again,
out.
we've looked at Ward 1, actually we were driving down Independence Day, and we thought, boy, with that snow gone, we can see all the trash out there. But we have talked to some of the owners of the properties, where, you know, we know they needed to do cleanup, where they got so far and had to stop, and they said that, yes, they would really appreciate some help. So we will get all that documented and in writing, but.
And we can help with some of the waivers and things like that. Because we've done that in the past with people that have given us permission to go on and clean up properties. To answer your question, Randy, yes. I mean, if the city does it, it's just like if the city does anything, you could have some liability, just like anything else the city does.
But if we just support them
just support, you don't. No, I mean, you have liability for your own negligence. That's what you have, not just lending support.
I'm one of your councilmen, and I'll get with you after the meeting
Okay.
and get your contact information. We've got a finance meeting Monday night. We'll put this on the agenda and look and see if there's some way we can possibly work with you on that.
Okay.
Perfect.
And then, you know, is there anybody else here that would be interested in different wards that, you know, if you could, you know, give your name so that it's on there, and then we'll give them our contact information also. So we just like to help keep things clean, so, and be a part of the solution. And then I do want to comment that I believe the house that Mr. Benny was complaining about is a house that I bought at a tax sale. And it's actually, my great-great-grandfather was Nels Willoughby, the first black resident here in Kennett, and that property ended up in a tax sale. So I bought it, and I'm just waiting for the time or trying to get the people that actually own it to just go ahead and let me buy it from them. But I do believe that's the property he's speaking of.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I just have a question. I think that's a wonderful idea, and I live in Ward 1, so I'm happy to help. But I just wonder, Mr. Sparks talked about the trash committee and taking on solutions to some of this type of issue, and I wonder if this is, you know, something that would fall under the trash committee, because it's also a beautification committee as well, so just something to think about.
Any other public comments?
I just have one thing to say. I would verify with the office, and I hate to even do this, but Mr. Johnson and Mr. Benny, they did sign up for trash service, and they did not let us know that they were an elderly couple, and the service we provide is to go get their can, to bring it to the front and dump it. It was never out front. I just need to say that, because that was a pretty big attack. So. And if we would have known, we would have known.
Anything else? Motion to adjourn?
Motion.
All in favor? Opposed?